Hello friends, welcome to Career Path. This is the fourth lecture of digital marketing and it's called Marketing Mix Part 2. So let's continue from Marketing Mix. In the last lecture of Marketing Mix Part 1, we covered the 4 P's of marketing, the 4 most important elements, which are product, placement, price and promotions. Now we are going to talk about the marketing mix part 2, where how and these different types of how these 4 P's are used in different types of marketing. We are going to talk about different types where marketing has been applied and how it is being used with an example. So first of all, let's talk about the first one is called commercial marketing. The commercial marketing is the most popular, which you see generally everywhere, every day, every part of your life, which is typically, let's say, a company is marketing shoes. For example, Nike is marketing shoes. Commercial marketing is all about marketing a product, a physical product or a virtual product, but it's product, which can be used by a customer. Typically shoes, furniture, which we have taken example till now, and all those were commercial marketing. Then the next part is called place marketing. Now place marketing is very, very simple, that we try to market a place, a location, for example for tourism. So Incredible India is one campaign which you would have heard of. Malaysia Truly Asia, right? So these campaigns have been trying to market the countries. India is a tourism destination. Malaysia is a tourism destination. For example, Gujarat has its own marketing campaign. Every state in India has their own marketing campaigns to market their places for tourism, right? Temples have their own way of marketing themselves, right? For marketing their places so that people can visit them. So typically place marketing is done for people to visit those places. Then we come to person marketing. Now person marketing is done to market an individual, and typically the people who do the marketing for individuals are typically the PR guys, or you can say them brand managers or brand ambassadors, or typically those people, right? The brand managers, or you can say the personal relationship managers, typically on that part. So person marketing example is that the religious leaders, for example, take any religious leader, they do a lot of personal marketing. Bollywood stars or Hollywood stars do a lot of personal marketing for themselves so that they can get new movies and people remember their brand names. A lot of personal marketing happens. Even politicians do a lot of personal marketing in that segment, right? So all the people who do personal marketing to make themselves as an individual to be sellable in the market are the features of personal marketing. Even university professors do a lot so that they can get a high quality students input. Now the fourth one is called social marketing. Social marketing is all about society and well-being. Let's take an example again. So PETA, People for Ethical Treatment of Animals, they do a lot of social marketing where they say about being vegan, try not to kill animals, and they have a whole campaign built around it, how to show people down that if they are killing animals, that how it should appeal to their conscience. We talked about Greenpeace, or we talked about Earth Hour. All these campaigns have been run to appeal to social conscious of a person, and that's why they are all about social marketing. A lot of social marketing is done in the case of water, natural resources, women's safety. You'll hear all those campaigns, and typically those are done using social marketing techniques, appealing to the customer conscience, right? And then we come to political marketing. Now, political marketing is very quickly, in these days you would have remembered Indian national elections, for example. BJP did a lot of political marketing to make sure that they win the elections. Congress does that all the time. In US elections, Democrats and Republicans do the political marketing. They run huge political campaigns. They run events. They run lectures, speeches, dinners, all the other kind of things to make sure that people are aware of what are the political manifestos are, what they are talking about it, and how they can win the elections. And this all called political marketing. A lot of commercial marketing gets mixed into political marketing to support their candidates. Now, next type of marketing is done for fundraising. You guys would have heard of a platform called Kickstarter, or in India there's a platform called Keto. A lot of people do fundraising for their products. Fundraising is typically done to build products or to support a cause or to anything. So where money is crowdsourced from different sources, where money is not raised through institutional investors but through individuals in large numbers. For example, if I am trying to make a product, let's say a small machine for any use, then I will go to Kickstarter and put my product diagram or put my product propositions, and there will be a lot of people who will be ready to pay $100 or $200 or $5 or $10 to support my cause or to support my product, and I will collect a lot of money from large pool, and that's called crowdsourcing. And typically crowdsourcing is used in fundraising. Even politicians do fundraising in US like that, when they arrange a lot of dinners for people to pay and come. And the last type of marketing happens is called product placement or in product placement. Typically they are being disguised in the case of marketing. They are not direct marketing, as in the case of advertisements you see, where let's take an example of Coke or Coca-Cola. You'll see a direct ad on television that buy Coca-Cola, a person is drinking and talking about Coca-Cola. But then in the second case, in case of product placement, you will see a movie star in a movie having a Coke in his hand or a Coca-Cola in a bottle in his hand and drinking it without telling you that he's drinking Coca-Cola, right? And that's called in-product placement. That it's a disguised manner of marketing where people will notice the bottle, but it will not be talked about, right? So you will see a lot of hoardings in cricket matches or football matches where the boundaries are covered with a lot of hoardings, right? Those are direct ads. Now you'll see a lot of things which are on the t-shirts, right? Those are direct ads, but you'll see a lot of players holding one particular bottle of drink or one particular brand or coming in one particular car to the stadium. They might be doing an in-product placement, right? This happens during matches. Now, during movies, during matches, during TV serials, anything like that where in-product placement can be done. A lot of in-product placement is done during events where a person is talking or giving a lecture and he's wearing a particular brand of t-shirt or he's advertising something like that. That's called in-product placement again. Now, everything is good about marketing, right? And people like marketing and all, but there are few things which people really dislike about marketing. One, intrusion or interruption. People do not like to get interrupted. Typically, no marketer has been successful when they interrupt the experience of the consumer, right? So let's say I'm watching a movie and I'm really engrossed in watching a very good movie, and suddenly the movie takes a commercial break and goes into advertising segment, and I will really hate that part, right? So I do not like intrusion to marketing. I do not like that when I'm reading an article and an ad pops up on my face and blocks my article view. So people do not like intrusion or interruption. Second is exaggeration. Talking about the product more than it can deliver. For example, a cell phone can make you talk. A cell phone can click a picture. Let's say if some company advertises and says, hey, this cell phone can actually make a call automatically whenever you feel like, without when only you think about it, and you don't need to press a button. Now that's an exaggeration, right? Any product which promises much more than it can deliver, it's called exaggeration, and people do not like that. So generally, any marketer, a good marketer, will always contain his marketing pitches, his value propositions to only what they can deliver. Deceptive practices. Deceptive practice is very simple, that you promise something and deliver something else. Hey, this cell phone works and this cell phone can make you talk to another person, but typically a cell phone is not allowing you to talk. That is a deceptive practice. Shoe is a very good quality, has been sold to you, but then this shoe is not wearable enough, and there are a lot of things missing inside the shoe which has been promised. It's called deceptive practice of selling. Hard selling. Hard selling is again that a person doesn't want to talk to you, a person doesn't want to buy, but the salesman or the sales girl has been after your life to buy that product, right? And typically the only response those guys get is that saying, hey, I don't want to buy that. And hard selling doesn't work. If a customer doesn't like a product, he is not going to buy it. But hard selling is a problematic way of selling. Buy now, pay later. Typically, this can offend people also. Now, it works in some scenarios. It depends on the product. So some products work like you can buy now and pay later in installments or in various ways. But then some people do not like that. So it has to be very, very carefully crafted, looking at the target segment. If you're talking to very filthy rich people, very super rich people, you're not going to tell them buy now, pay later. Maybe they get offended, right? But if you're trying to talk to some other segment which is okay with buy now, pay later, try to target them. So this has to be traded very cautiously with the right target segment, who's your customer. Then planned obsolescence, right? For example, you have promised an upgrade to a customer that this upgrade will come very soon, or there's a new device which is coming in the market, and then you're not talking about it for a long time, and you have been hiding in the market for a long time, right? Or you're not conveying to the customer that is going to come after 2 months or 3 months, and the customer is kept wondering. And this thing people do not like about marketing, right? So you market a product and then you keep silent about it. Then too much choice. People think that offering too much choice is good for customers, but customers get confused. A human psychology is typically that I do not like to look at more than 2 to 3 varieties of a product. If I look at 10 varieties, most probably I'm not going to buy anything because I'm so confused at which one to select. So too much choice is a problematic symptom of marketing. That's what is called spoiled for choices, and people don't buy anything at all. So too much choice is problematic area again. Typically, if you are a good marketeer, do not offer more than 2 to 3 things, offer them comparison points, but then do not say that if we have 20 options to buy from, because when you offer 20 options, most probably you're not going to get a sale out of it. Now, this was a short session, and in this session we learned types of marketing and generally what people do not like about marketing. And this is very, very important because if you do a wrong marketing technique or a wrong marketing strategy and people don't like it, your marketing campaign is going to fail. There will be a huge money at stake, and this is what makes people fail in digital marketing at all completely. Thank you very much.